Hello, Derek Bergener here. It's November 9th, 2017, and the title of today's video is How to Lose $300 50 bucks at a time. Actually, it's worse than that. It's more like how to lose $603 and scratch back $303 and pay $116 in commissions and have a net P&L of minus $416. Okay, so I did 8, 9, 10, 11 trades. Some people would say that's over trading. You should only be doing 2 or 3 a day. My statistics are here. I had 73% loser and 27% winners. And I can show you whether I do 2 trades a day, 10 trades a day, 3 trades a day. It doesn't matter. I've been tracking my statistics every single trade for the past year. And this is my exact statistics. And here I did it again today. 73 winners, 73% loser, 27% winner. And my average winner is about the same size as my average loser. So obviously, statistically, it ends up net losses. So I'm going to go through 4 different stocks here. And hopefully, somebody can tell me, what am I doing wrong? So today, I decided to not trade the open because I've been losing at the open, picking the wrong directions, and I'm like, okay, let's just let that go past and let things materialize and look for some good setups. Okay, so let's move this out of the way here. And my first one was, what was it? Roku. Okay, go to Roku. All right, Roku. Oh, actually, I had everything. Roku was earnings winner. Right, and actually let me go back to my, so there's really nothing to mark out on the chart other than the pre-market highs and lows, and I was watching, or I just let that all go past, and here was all the earnings release, earnings beat, notable earnings after Wednesday's close, blah blah blah. Okay, so now we know why it's up, right? And so I'm waiting for a good opportunity, and I see this ramp up, right? If anything, Roku, if anything could do an ABCD pattern, it would be this, right? Should be, right? Here's all the beginning signs of it, and here's the classic ABCD breakout pattern, right? Nice run up, orderly pullback, and you have this little blip here, and so let's see, let's copy that and let's put that on our Roku right here. Paste. There. Look, isn't that like, there, I'm thinking, oh, possible ABCD setup, right? So let's go along. I'm looking for a good safe entry. And I want it to confirm. I'm trying to be cautious and I want confirmed setups, not just like, you could have said, well, just take the trade right at the VWAP tag right there. Well, I've been doing that. Getting hosed. So I'm wanting something confirmed. Okay, so this is coming up. Okay, and now we're above the EMAs here, and we pull back, and it's holding. Okay, we have like a little bull flag right here coming back, and it held the previous levels. And I got long right there. Hopefully you can see these. Right there is my long. All right. First candle to make a new high. Following all the rules. ABCD setup. And now it goes sideways a little bit. You would expect it to form. There's a little pop-up. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Holding above the EMAs. That's cool. I start drawing my little lines here. Let's pick a solid line. I like that better. Solid line. I'm drawing my solid line here. I'm thinking cool. And then it's like, okay, now it takes a little bit longer for these flags to develop. That's no problem. I'm thinking everything's going just fine. Look, it's holding this level, right? It's holding this new level, and the idea is to just gradually now ramp up and test high of day. That's all I'm looking for. Go to high of day, right? Nice little green pop candle there. Thinking everything's looking good. And failed. and I covered right there. So that's my first loss right there, $68. That's right in line. My loss, I sized my positions for a $50 loss. And you could have said, well, maybe I should have got out, like at the break of this low here. And, all right, I could have saved a few bucks. All right, so that's Roku. On to VRX. VRX, yeah. Okay, so looking at VRX, let's go over to here. VRX was the high of the previous day, 1526, right there. Okay, and it, 2 green days up. Had a pretty strong pullback in the morning, and I'm thinking since this has so far to go to recover to get back to 1526, that's a likely place for a short. Because see, this dropped down so much. And so I'm waiting for the 1526, and I'm just waiting. Okay, waiting, and they're waiting, and I'm waiting for something to confirmation, right, that this is a top. Okay, I didn't just like go in because it popped over 1526. Next candle, boom, down. I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm drawing my lines, right? Like, well, that's probably a trend break, right? And we're at 1526, yesterday's high, has a little green candle pop, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't know, this could go, but, a momentum stock, if it's going to go, it's going to pull back to the 9 EMA, and it's going to continue. And it doesn't. Look at that, 1526, bam, bam, 3 times hit on 1526. Little pop over, no biggie, and I'm like, and now we got a little drop, and I'm like, if I don't catch it right now, it'll be a chase. So I gotta go short right there. Now you tell me what was wrong with that. This is yesterday's high. This is, and now look. Okay, I'm like, yes, baby, we're in the money. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down. It's going back up. Now, here's what. Oh, I forgot. I thought I grabbed 1,000 shares. I wanted 1,000 shares because my risk is just right here. What is that? That's like 5 cents risk. I want 1,000 shares. That's by $50, right? And so I only got 100. I only took 100. It was a stupid fat finger. So I was looking for a little pop for a chance to add 1,000, right? And so I get my pop, and I'm like, well, this is a confirmed. There's a little pop. There's a high or low. No. Low or high. Dang it. So I added 1,000 there, so now I had 1,100 shares. All right? And I'm like, oh, it's coming back up to test. Don't panic. No worries. Oh, well, it's testing. It's still testing. It popped up that high on that little previous candle right there. Okay, and then I'm like, oh, no, it's starting to hold the 9 EMA again. Oh, duh! Okay, it popped up and I covered, right? Okay, but instead of covering, I sold. Instead of buying, I hit the wrong freaking key and I sold. I sold. Instead of buying my position, I sold my position. And so look, now I had 2,200 shares. And I'm like, oh, frig! And then it was going up again, and that's when I sold actually right there. So that little red arrow was a fat finger. So that's why that cost me $152, because I doubled my size accidentally. And it went a little bit above my stop. So, okay. And anyway, was I done on this? Maybe not. Let's see I hope I didn't screw up this presentation. But I think you get the idea what happened there. So, now, okay, now it's at this new level, right? Right here. See this new level? It hits its head once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, 5 minutes in a row. It hits that level. And I'm like, okay, well, here was yesterday's high. Now it's trying to get, made a little bit of run, and it's done, right? So I got short again right there. Risk, teeny cents on the risk. And short again, like, okay, she's coming down, and no, look at that, it popped again. And I'm like, what? That was this right here. In at 1532, out at 1537. Was that it? Minus 50 bucks. And I'm like, oh my God. And it pops up. So, there's got to be a top somewhere. And, well, there it was. There it was. And so now I decided right here, like, this has failed. Okay. And has a little pop right there, but gets rejected really fast. And all the EMAs are curling. There's yesterday's high. Okay, and finally it cracks, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take some profits, right? And I got plus 120 bucks right there. And then it popped up. So that was about all there was to get, right? Oh, what did I do? Oh, I went short again. I was like, okay, it popped up, and it's holding this trend. I mean, is this over trading? I suppose it is, but so I'm like, okay, I sold. I covered everything. It pops back up. I'm going to try one more time because this has definitely reversed. And what happened? No. And I'm like, all right, I'm really done now. This is like so messing with me right there. Out there. So, oh my God. Right there, there's all my screw up. So my net on VRX was minus 42 bucks after all of that. And then what did it do? Oh, am I did I try one more time? Oh my God, I guess I did. Shorted again right there. Yeah, no, this is definitely, maybe I need to redo this video. And oh, God, I hate that. All right, so back under, popped up, and then what? Oh, so did I get short again? Yeah, so I did. So I'm like, that's gotta be the top right there. Got short one more time. And now this finally came down. Now it finally came down, and I'm like done. It's 12:15. I'm like, just screw it. There. I finally got out. Yeah, that was it. Minus 152. Minus 50. Plus 120. Minus 40. Minus 100. Plus 180. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 of my 11 trades were in VRX. That's definitely over trading. Wow. I don't get it. Alright. Next. ERX. SRCL. Okay, we'll make short work of this. Alright, SRCL was big gap down and then popping up and just going sideways and looking like really weak. And so look at that, holding that level like and these like this, okay, and just looking so weak. I went short 100 shares and I'm like, you know, this is looking pretty too weak, so I added 100 right there. Now I'm short 200 shares, and the second that I do that, of course, it pops up green, pops up more, pops more, pops even more, pops even more, and I, of course, buy at the absolute peak. Look, I top ticked that. Perfect. Perfect. All you have to do is sit right next to me, take the opposite trade of what I will do, and you will make money. So then, okay, I'm like, okay, look, that's a lower high. This is still looking weak. It's come right back down. Let me go short one more time. No, pops up, pops up, pops up, pops up, pops up, and I'm out. I'm like, okay, this is how it goes for me. Over and over and over again. And that's 3 stocks. The fourth one is WB. Okay, so on WB, what we have here is this thing pulled back on a long ways in the morning down to this low of 105.50, and then heading back up to the high of day yesterday, right? And I'm looking for a short at 109. At the 109, right? Yesterday's high. And, you know, it looked like it was going to break this bottom here because it was doing a triple bottom here. And I didn't do anything. And I'm thinking, you know, I just watched and watched because I was farting around with those other stocks. And this thing was coming up to like making a really fast run to the 109, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be perfect. Just take the trade. And look at that, this wick right here. Well, I got to move the 109 line. Okay, so you can see my entry right there, like perfect. I'm like, yes, look at that rejection. We're going to have a winner here. Nope. Oh, it goes sideways. I'm like, well, there's still some hope. This could fail. Nope. Boom. I got out, and it's a good thing I did because it ramped up. And so the thought was, okay, next level is the 110, right? Next level is the 110. So, all right. So let me put a little circle around here. There's where I got out, so I had a loss there. That was my WB, 31 bucks right there. And so it hits the 110, right? I get short at the 110. Close as I can get. Oh, I'm like, yes! There's a 110 rejection. And I'm like, that green candle right there, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not screwing around with this. I'm just, oh. I'm out. That's my $3 winner. $3 right there. Oh boy, I was just done with it. I'm like, no, screw this. And of course, then it tanked. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. That's my presentation today.